Do you have any idea how hated your trash social media platform has to be, and how much you as a person have to be disliked for an entire generation of people to prefer taking on the task of becoming bilingual rather than ever stepping foot back on your garbage platform? And look, I've seen some other creators weigh in on RedNote, so I'd like to give my 2 cents as well. Do I think that RedNote so far has been a very fun experience and a good time? Yes. But I do also agree that it has some pretty serious limitations. RedNote is still subject to Chinese law, which means that certain topics are off limits to talk about over there. And if you've seen any of my content or have followed me for a while, you're gonna understand when I say that a lot of my content will not fly on that platform. And that goes for a lot of your other favorite content creators as well. Do I think that RedNote is a long-term viable option as a replacement for TikTok? Maybe in the future, but not right now. Western content is still very heavily moderated on the platform, and there's no real way to monetize yourself. But I do think that by downloading, using, and sharing RedNote, the American people are sending a very clear message to the US government and other social media platforms. And so far, it looks like it's working. Follow me on everything else. Links are up in the bio. I cannot believe it. RedNote is now advertising in Times Square. They're showing off some of the best content on the platform, including the harvest, the furry tax, family greetings, and music. RedNote really does feel like a global village, where no matter how far apart we might be, we can still come together to share our lives with each other as one big family. Oh, and if you don't know what RedNote is, it's one of the fastest growing social media apps, where people from all over the world can come together to share their photos and videos of their lives and any other topics that you could think of. Some of these topics include things like the harvest, which is showcasing farmers and sustainable agriculture from all over the planet. The furry tax, where everyone is required to show off their fluffy loved ones, which I myself have already paid. Or family greetings, where we introduce each other to the special people in our lives that fill us with love and happiness, just like these amazing families. RedNote is also committed to artists and musicians everywhere. It even recently hosted a Global Village concert, which was live streamed on the platform and showcased talented artists from every corner of the world. If you live in New York, you'll have to stop by Times Square and check it out for yourself. And be sure to download RedNote so you can discover more and be a part of the Global Village. And follow me on RedNote at Yonside Lucas. Hey, I got a question. Why do senior citizens get discounts on everything? Like last time I checked, that's the last group of people who needed a discount on anything. How did you enter the workforce during the most prosperous economic time this country has ever seen, where a singular factory job could provide for a family of 4, and houses cost basically 4 shillings and a handy in the back room, and you actively chose to not stack your bread? I got no sympathy. Like, how does Mary Jo have Medicare, Social Security, and a pension, but still needs $4 off on a pancake breakfast at Denny's? Go ahead and make that make sense for me. If you ask me, everyone under the age of 30 is the real group that should be getting a discount. Like, everybody I know has like $80K in debt, works 2 jobs, and only makes $60K a year. We could really use a couple bucks off at the bowling alley for our 1 monthly outing. Be so for real with me right now. Who do you think needs 10% off at Goodwill more? The 79-year-old who's just shopping around, or the 22-year-old who recognizes that breakfast is now a luxury good? Younger generation is so entitled, says the generation that got everything handed to them and still managed to fuck it up for the rest of us. Get out of my face with that. I love how the whole Supreme Court case basically boiled down to, oh, well, China's using TikTok to carry out covert manipulation and make Americans hate their own government. They're not. Why would they need to? You geriatric window lickers do a bang-up job of that by yourselves. Also, what do you even mean covert manipulation? First of all, it's not covert. We know exactly who's doing it and what they're trying to do. But the craziest part is, after being on this app for 5 years and being a content creator for a year and a half, the only thing that I can say with confidence that TikTok has ever manipulated me into doing is trying to make a fucking cucumber salad. Yeah, but they're stealing your data. Oh, get bent. Let's not pretend that you guys care about data privacy now. There isn't a single social media app on this planet that is not currently harvesting and selling your personal data to the Chinese government or whoever the highest bidder is, which, by the way, is sometimes the American government. Also, it's my data. Last time I checked, I am not military personnel or a government official. What exactly are they going to find that constitutes a national security risk? They're gonna be scrolling through my data like, wow, he's got an unhealthy obsession with anime and can't put down the game Marvel Rivals. That's it, boys. Pack it up. We got him. It's not like I've got a bunch of nuclear secrets that I'm just leaving in the bathroom for a bunch of Saudis to go and find. No. Because if I did that, I would get to be president. I'll be watching the Super Bowl this year for one reason and one reason only. And that reason is because I'm too broke to afford tickets to a normal Kendrick Lamar concert. After that, I'm turning off the TV immediately. It is incredible that we are once again stuck with two teams that everybody hates unless you live in those cities. This playoff season had so much potential to have an amazing Super Bowl. We could have gotten a Bills versus the Lions Super Bowl. We could have even gotten a Rams versus the Ravens Super Bowl. Heck, I would have even taken a Texans versus the Commanders Super Bowl, and that is saying something. But no, we got stuck with the Subway slinging, State Farm selling, Kermit the Frog sound-alike versus the other team, which I'm going to be referring to from here on out as Saquon Barkley and the rest of them, because he's the only one on that team that anyone outside of Philadelphia even cares about. I can also tell you exactly how this game is going to go. The Eagles will be the first team to put any points on the board, and all of these morons are going to be like, well, see, I told you they had a chance. Then someone's going to breathe wrong within 15 yards of Mahomes, and the refs will have them arrested for terrorism. The game is going to be pretty even going into the second half, but then the blind Make-A-Wish children that we call refs are going to make 2 to 3 incredibly stupid calls that allow KC to run away with the game and win by 10 to 14. Eagles fans are going to cry, mostly because they're Eagles fans, but they're also going to complain that the refs gave away the game. And Taylor Swift is going to show up on screen 19 times because the NFL has no other ideas when it comes to marketing towards women. So there you go. I just saved you 4 hours of your life and a terrible conversation with your drunk uncle about how his parlay should have hit. Just a friendly reminder for everyone that no matter how bad your day is going, nobody is having a worse day than Drake. If you were unaware, the Grammys happened last night, and Kendrick won 5 times. And all 5 of them were for Not Like Us. Not Like Us won a Grammy for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Music Video, Best Rap Song, and Best Rap Performance, and he accepted all of these while wearing a Canadian tuxedo. Also, shout out Doechii for Best Rap Album of the Year. I mean, it's been getting a little overlooked with the Kendrick thing, but she really deserved that. I think the cherry on top of all of this is Drake didn't even attend, and while Kendrick was accepting one of the awards, the entire crowd sang along with the words A minor. Oh, and on top of all of that, he's got the Super Bowl next week. This is kind of like if you got into a fight at school and it really didn't go that well, so you stayed home the next day because you were sad. But the other guy decided to show up and he stole your girl, took all your friends, had all the teachers replaying the fight in their classrooms on the projector, and even the principal showed up and was like, hey, that was such a good fight, you get to be principal for the next week. Also, here's 5 Grammys. So no matter how bad your day is going, at the very least, your worst enemy did not receive a record-breaking, 5-time, award-winning world recognition for calling you a predator. All right, so hear me out, right? We get a squirrel and a turtle.
All right.
And we put it together.
Okay, I'm following you here.
And we got ourselves a Squirtle.
Genius. I mean, it's just absolute genius.
So I want you to imagine a child's nightmare.
I don't think I like where you're going with all
this. Yeah. Just like imagine a circus clown that's just been horribly disfigured through years of abusing psychedelics.
You know this is a children's game, right?
Yeah, see, I know. But I think we should also give it a name that just sounds like a terminal illness or like some pharmaceutical that you'd never want to take.
Why would we do that?
Exactly. Kind of like, I don't know, maybe blacephalon or just something absolutely disgusting like that.
You know, I think we might have to let you
No. Okay, wait, hold up. We got more in the chamber.
Oh, no.
What about a sword?
A sword? Like the thing you swing around?
Yes. It's a sword, but it's alive and... No, it's just a sword that's alive. That's the whole pitch.
You know you're fired, right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Last night I was trying to watch Invincible. It's this animated superhero show that's on Prime. Now I pay about $140 a year for Amazon Prime. So can somebody please explain to me why a show that has a 50-minute runtime on a platform I already pay for has 6 separate ad breaks that are each a minute and a half long at the minimum? This was the whole reason we all got rid of cable. I dusted off the peg leg last night and headed back to the high seas. I am not about to spend 1/6 of an hour watching a bunch of crappy advertisements on something I already pay for. Also, Amazon, what exactly am I paying you for right now? Because y'all got rid of 2-day delivery, you have crappy ripoffs and dropshippers all over the site, your music platform is trash, and your video streaming service has ads all over it. And 80% of the time, if I want to watch something, I need to go subscribe to a different streaming service anyways. It's one thing if the platform is free, right? Like everyone always complains about YouTube ads, which I will admit are starting to get out of hand. But at least the platform is free and they pay their creators. This was kind of always the unspoken rule. If the platform is free, I'll deal with some ads. If I have to pay for the platform, fuck off! Let it be known to every company out there. If I pay for your subscription model or I outright buy a product from you and it comes littered with ads, I will immediately cancel that subscription or return that product. To all of these companies, do not get it confused. We all have a list of websites that do exactly what your platform does, and they do it for free. And the only reason we ever paid you is because you used to be slightly more convenient. So we're 1 week into the new year, and I just kind of want to do a little check-in. How's everybody doing? Everything's on fire, and it looks like the apocalypse, and people are starting more fires, and we could really use some help. We really need some help. Okay. Can anybody help California?
Well, we would love to help, but you kind of need water to fight a fire, and we don't really have any water.
What do you mean you don't have water?
Oh, like 1 million of us don't have access to safe drinking water right now.
1 million?
Yeah, but it's no big deal.
I'm pretty sure that's the definition of a big deal. Hey, speaking of big deals, it's only like 30 degrees up here right now. Okay, I mean, that doesn't sound that bad. Well, I mean, yeah, to you guys maybe, but it's usually negative 30. You guys are 60 degrees off what you should be? Yeah, and we're missing like 3 feet of snow. Hey, partner, we found your snow. Wait, really?
Yep, and if you could take it back, that would be great, because we don't want it, brother.
Wait, you guys have snow?
Brother, between us and some of our neighbors to the north, 7 of us are currently in a state of emergency.
All right, who else has major winter storms right now?
It's nothing that we can't handle.
Except for all those power outages.
Oh, that is rich coming from you. There's no need to fight, lads. It's cold everywhere.
It is very cold, and the government is falling apart.
What are you two doing here?
We just wanted to join in on the fun.
Please go away. We do not have the time to get into you guys too.
Hey, we're doing all right.
Okay, I mean, that's good to hear. Just want to remind you that I can happen at any moment.
Go away, it's not the time.
I'm sorry, who was that? He's nobody. I mean,
Well, we do know who he is. We just don't really talk about him.
you don't talk about him.
There's only like a 37% chance that he even happens in the next 50 years.
Those are terrible odds. If all the geologists are saying that we're good for now, then we're good for now.
Would you folks maybe want to join us?
Wait, are you serious? Cause, hey guys, how's everybody doing? Either give us some good news or leave.
All right, well, the trade war with China is really ramping up, and Russia hates us more than ever.
How is any of that good news?
Oh, you said good news. Bye, guys.
Oh my god.
Only a couple more days, people.
Tell me you have a plan.
Oh yeah, first of all, we're changing the name from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
What is that supposed to do?
And we're going to buy Greenland.
This is gonna be a long year.
I love our generation so much because the government basically was like, hey, TikTok is Chinese spyware and it's a national security risk. And all of us went, no, it's not. But if you take away our favorite toy, we're happy to give you one. And the government basically went, hey, give me that. Wait, what do you mean? And then they woke up to all of us going, hey, check out this cool new toy. It is made, owned, and operated by China, and I just gave them all my information. I mean, this little bad boy went #1 in the App Store in less than 48 hours. This has got to be one of the greatest examples of poetic justice. The exact same lie that you tried to sell us is now the reality that you have created. Because let's be honest, the government didn't like the fact that we were all talking to each other and they weren't getting paid. It had almost nothing to do with TikTok's Chinese origins. So all of us went, hey, we're still gonna go find a place to talk to each other, and it's gonna be owned by China. Cause fuck you if you think we're going back to Facebook. Also, shameless self-plug, go check out your boy. I'm over there too. Dropped a heater this morning, and I'm picking up some Mandarin, so far it's been a great time. Also, follow me on everything else before TikTok goes away. It's Yonside over on Twitch and YouTube, and Yonside Lucas on everything else. Links in the bio. Hope you have a great day. Love you.
Is this real? Are we back? Do not tell me we just went through all of that in the past month for the app to only be gone for 12 hours. And y'all didn't even try to build any suspense for the return of the app. Like, even Jesus waited 3 days before showing back up and being like, surprise, motherfucker! Now, I did also say that if Trump was to bring back TikTok, I would unsarcastically say something nice about the man, and I'm a man of my word, so here we go. Mr. Trump, thank you very much for doing the correct thing and bringing TikTok back to the people.